Hej, välkommen till en svensk reagera. En helt ny video, söndagsvideo. Påskdagen till ära nu. Hoppas ni åt gott och drack gott igår och hade det allmänt mysigt och trevligt bara. Hoppas ni laddar på ny video. Idag ska vi se kanalen Chills och vi ska se en video som heter 30 skrämmande videos som de försökt ta bort från internet. Den kan bli spännande. Hoppas det väcker någonting i den och säger att ja men du det här är faktiskt verkligt. Eller så ja, vi får se. Man vet ju aldrig. Vi drar inte ut på det, utan vi gör som vanligt. Vi tar på oss täckefilt, hoppar upp i säng, soffa, släcker belysningen, så höjer vi upp volymen på max. Så kör vi igång. Nu rullar vi. Så där, hoppas ni är redo nu då. Nu tar vi 3 djupa andetag så funkar vi igång där.
Number 30, Glitch in the Icicle. Is this art, magic, or a glitch in the Matrix? Published in February of 2022 and originally posted to TikTok by elkakoi.tv. This short clip shows an icicle dangling from a set of stairs. However, the icicle is broken in 2 places and yet remains suspended, like pieces are floating in midair. Some think string or hair is attached somehow, allowing for this illusion. But would the icicle's weight really hold? I'm hanging by a thread here. What do you think? Something
Weird.
strange is going on here, and I just can't figure it out. Number 29, drawbridge. Ever wondered what happens if you're caught in the middle of a drawbridge as it's opening or closing? This video will answer that question. Published by WPTV News, a man was crossing the Ocean Avenue Bridge, located in Lantana on the Intracoastal Waterway. The footage shows a car crossing the bridge, where it comes to a stop at the end of it. It's not clear why.
Precis, varför stannar han där? Jag menar, uppenbarligen så cyklar ju cyklisten på det, så det kan ju inte vara bommen hade gått ner på andra sidan. På den sidan alltså, där han kommer. Ofta så brukar det vara på den sidan där bilarna kör upp. Weird.
Why the driver stopped there. It doesn't appear that he had a stop sign or a light. What happens next makes the stop even more confusing. The drawbridge starts to rise and the driver still doesn't move an inch. The bridge pushes his vehicle into a nearly 90-degree angle, pounding the nose of his car into the pavement in front of him. So much so that the car's front end is dragged across the ground. There's a 40-foot drop into the water from this bridge. The circumstances prompt the driver to swing his door open, looking as though he might jump out. But a second later, the bridge drops back again and the car slams back onto the road. The driver jumps out, looking clearly shocked. The bridge tender said she did not see the car on the bridge until she closed it, claiming her visual of the bridge was obstructed. Regardless, she was fired after this incident. Number 28, The Shadow. I have a feeling this isn't Superman coming to save this girl. Posted to TikTok by the King Horror. This scary video shows a girl struggling with a doorknob. She can't seem to get the door open. She starts furiously pounding on it. At first, it's not clear why she's so alarmed, but then a strange shadow starts creeping in. You can see.
När det har med barn att göra, alltså jag har gåshud från, ljugen från under fötterna tror jag, ända upp i knoppen. Och se ett barn ha den där paniken. Inte bara att det kommer en skugga, utan att se barn i panik. Alltså fy fan.
It being cast on the wall behind her. The shadow looks like a figure with its arms stretched forward, flying toward her. When someone finally opens the door for the girl bolts outside and the shadow disappears. While many are guessing as to what the shadow might be, one commenter, Freddy wonders something else. He writes, what would have happened if she hadn't opened the door? I think the only outcome would have been horrifying. Number 27, Girl Ghost. Not even the cameraman caught this one. Published by Mysterio JL in December of 2021. The crew of explorers are wandering through a cemetery at night when they hear a strange noise. They hear it again.
Låter som en gris då.
hay nadie aquí, güey.
Next, a toy truck that's sitting on a slab of pavement drives forward and continues to, nearly tipping over head first.
¿Estás aquí? El carro. El carro que está ahí.
Later, a piece of fencing starts moving on its own, as does a hanging pot of flowers.
Sí. Ay, aquí atrás, aquí atrás, aquí atrás. Aquí atrás escucho algo. Mira, mira.
Okay.
Mira. Mira, Colo.
More distracted by the pot, the cameraman doesn't seem to notice the young phantom girl in the window. Is that what's causing all this mayhem? After lighting a blue flame and ringing some bells in what I assume is some kind of ritual.
Jungfru Maria eller något sånt där tror jag säkert.
Niño, toma la luz. Mira, 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 ese fuego se va. Mira. Se va contigo el fuego, güey.
The men have one last encounter. Hearing something off in hiding, the cameraman shouts out a hello, and then the shadowy figure darts past.
Hola.
Oh.
No. Colo. Aquí atrás. ¿Dónde, güey? Hay una sombra aquí atrás, güey. Aquí atrás hay una sombra. No seas mamón, si la capté, güey. La viste. Aquí está, güey. Aquí está, algo pasó por aquí.
Was it the phantom girl making a reappearance? We can only guess. Number 26, mysterious monster. An operator in an abandoned building got the scare of his life when he captured this mysterious creature on camera. Published by Mysterious Creatures Among Us in August of 2021, the scary video shows the operator walking through the building, debris and objects piled all around. He lifts his camera to the left and spots this thing lurking behind a tarp-covered pile, which in retrospect looks like the creature's bed. The man turns around and races out of there. But take a good look at a still frame of this thing. The creature has a wide inverted triangle of a head with a clear nose and big beetle eyes. While at least one in the comments thinks it's a statue of an elephant, others think it looks like a demon, but Archangel notes something else entirely, writing, What I want to know is who has a bed in an environment like that, and why is there red all over it? I can't imagine the explanation is anything good. Number 25, Winter Monsters. Do you believe that some extraterrestrials are living among us? Then you really got to see this scary video. The footage shows two dinosaur-looking creatures scurrying across a frozen river. They have spines that are heightened, long tails, and pointed heads. Otherwise, their bodies look more or less human. They rush hunchbacked along the ice, their arms hanging before them. Are these dinosaurs, extraterrestrials, human?
Vad tror ni? Jag tror ju det där är fake faktiskt. Alltså andra sidan får se om man filmar här. För jag menar, du borde kunna se, det är ju snö uppenbarligen. Så att man borde kunna se fotspår efter. Här är väl en sort, det verkar vara bara is då. Jag vet inte, jag tror det är fake.
Humanoids? Well, I did a little research and they're imagined. I came across this video randomly online with no context as to its origins, but after doing some research, I discovered it is VFX by Shortest Blockbusters. I encourage everyone to check out their channel. Although these may not be extraterrestrials, that doesn't disprove our theory that some still live among us. After all, there are so many species still undiscovered. Have you ever seen what lies in the deepest depths of the ocean? Number 24, Cocooned Man. You will never be as confused as you are after watching this clip, published in March of 2021 by Homesteading Off the Grid. This CCTV footage captures something unexpected. In the middle of what looks like a remote homestead, a figure dressed in a hooded blue robe shuffles into a field. He crouches down for a moment, then gets back up and walks off, where he again crouches. Then he moves behind a pile of wood. He pushes random logs out of their neat stack as he walks behind it. The stranger continues to hobble around.
Det måste ju uppenbarligen vara någon som har lite problem här uppe, ska jag tippa. Någon som har jävligt mycket fritid. Jag menar, att tro att han kommer kommer undan med att det där skulle vara något paranormalt. Nej, eller någonting alien-aktigt. Nej, det är bara någon som har lite jobbigt i livet, tror jag.
He has taken his robe off and holds it in front of him. He also appears to be holding a cane. He sits down in the middle of the field, then hobbles forward, sits down, hobbles again, and this goes on for a long time. He tries to make his way up an incline, which is a struggle. Then he abruptly falls and rolls down the hill, where he remains. He wraps the blue robe or blanket around himself like a cocoon. A short while later, he rises again, still cocooned in the blanket, and makes his way off screen and into the surrounding forest. Is this an old man, lost and confused? Could be someone with dementia, although some in the comments think he doesn't move like an old person. Or do you agree with...
Jag har faktiskt sett någonting liknande tidigare. Och alltså där de har filmat sig själv. Och det kan oftast vara något konstnärligt. Att de gör någon typ av liten shorty, om man säger konstnärligt sådär. Det kan det faktiskt vara. I och med att det är så jävla sjukt.
Roy Guidry, who suggests that this is Big Tar, Bigfoot's cousin. Roy writes, he completed his mission of knocking 3 logs off the pile. Now the 7,000-mile hike back to Siberia. He's gonna need more than a robe for that weather. Number 23, major escalation. Are people just more angry nowadays? Published by Fox 29 Philadelphia in January of 2022. This scary video seems to suggest after a small infringement on personal space was majorly escalated. A woman went to a store near where she lived and accidentally bumped into a man in the aisle. Instead of brushing it off as one might do, the man became enraged. He can be seen in the store's CCTV footage, getting in her face about the incident. The woman can be seen gesturing at him, apparently arguing about what occurred. They were both told to leave as the suspect threatened to open fire on the woman. Well, that is scary enough. What followed off camera is even more chilling.
Police say her brother was struck and taken to the hospital. Investigators say Coleman, who they know from multiple arrests, fled the scene.
The suspect reportedly followed the woman home and opened fire. A round grazed the young woman's leg, and her brother, who was also inside, was hit and taken to the hospital. The suspect fled the scene and was later taken into custody after a short manhunt. Now that's just seriously freaky and messed up. Number 22, shapeshifter. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to morph from one shape to another? Posted by Brie Ashton Monkman in July of 2021. This security camera footage appears to have captured a shapeshifter outside this home, entering the frame from a field to the right. The figure looks human, but then again, can a human do this? As the figure walks through the tall grass near the forest, it seems off and on transparent, eventually disappearing out of frame. Is this just a human stalking this couple's property combined with a low-grade security camera? Or might it be a ghost or a shapeshifter? My money's on the latter. No.
Så det är svårt. Jag menar, det kan ju lika väl vara en människa. Jag menar, kameran nu för tiden, förr var ju inte jättebra. Och de kan ju fortfarande ge liksom lite glitch alltså speciellt när du har night vision på dem. För oftast är det ju inte jättebra kvalitet om du inte köper någonting jättedyrt i ett system som är bra. Så det kan lika väl vara någon som bara gena över lika väl. Det är därför det är så jäkla svårt när det inte är någon bra kvalitet på grejerna.
Number 21, bad listener. Many people have been on the receiving end of an unrequited infatuation, but this one is particularly unnerving. Published by the Daily Mail, this homeowner placed a security camera in her living room after she found a listening device behind the headboard in her bedroom and one hidden under the coffee table. And what she found is shocking. The security footage shows her neighbor entering her home around 3 p.m. in November of 2020 and leaning beneath her coffee table where he placed this listening device.
Okej. Och så jävligt paranoid granne. Man måste sätta upp något sånt för att höra sina grannar prata.
He is there to retrieve it. The trusted neighbor had been her friend for 30 years and was given a key to her home to feed her cats while she was away. The man later heard rummaging around off screen, looking for the device he'd planted behind her headboard.
Det där är stört. Riktigt stört det.
He returns on screen and goes to look behind the couch. Then he is back at the coffee table. He again looks and feels beneath it before giving up. The suspect was taken into custody and pleaded guilty to stalking, serving only 15 weeks behind bars. Number 20, House with the Demon. This poltergeist has gone mad. Published by Dark Ghost Paranormal in December of 2021, Dennis installs various cameras in a home with a demon. Here's what he captured. As Dennis is looking around, he hears some movement behind him. Turning around, he finds a chair scraping across the floor on its own. It knocks one of the cameras off its tripod. And then the whole tripod falls over. Things get much crazier when he sets up some other recording devices.
Oh. What the heck?
It seems like everything in the room is vibrating energetically. The shaking continues and a door falls open on the cupboard behind the table. The parrot on the table, which I assume is a device to communicate with the ghost, begins to talk.
What the heck? Oh, hell no.
It sees him. Will the spirit leave him alone? I think the chances are unlikely. Maybe it's time to leave that home. Number 19,
Spring.
Woman in White, a spooky forest, a dark, gloomy road. What could go wrong? Published by Surprisingly Decent Vids in October of 2019.
Mycket kan ju gå fel i en mörk skog. Jag menar björn, älg, hjort, rådjur, vildsvin, vad fasen som helst. Jag tycker vi ser någonting där så att vi fortsätter.
This scary video reveals a paranormal encounter with a woman in white. The uploader explains that the date on the dashcam footage is wrong. It shows it is around 5 in the morning in November of 2013, but the footage was captured in 2019. The driver says he was headed out to camp in Oakham, Massachusetts, when he had this creepy encounter in the middle of nowhere. As the car barrels forward on a deserted road in the woods, a pale figure is seen walking along the roadside. At first distance upon approach, the white pillar looks ominous as it walks very upright and stiff. The car drives by too quickly to catch any distinguishable features, but the figure is surely a paranormal one, right?
Det är svårt att se att någon är ute och går liksom i sån där, vad ska man säga, nattklänning mitt i natten liksom efter en väg. Och så där lugnt då. Ja. Om det inte är en hoax där alltså. Det är nog något annat säkert.
Well, if not, it's still super creepy. Number 18, figure in the darkness. Are you afraid of the dark? You should be. This TikToker claims his house is haunted. Posted by Ars Videos, the TikToker turns off the light and instantly a
Aye.
shadow falls in the room at the end of the hallway.
What the fuck?
When he turns the light back on, there is nothing there. Turning it off again, the figure reappears. Lights on, it's gone again. There is nothing in the room to cast the shadow, and there are no figure-shaped objects in the doorway. But once again, when the lights are off, the figure is there again, and this time it looks like it moved. The man flees, but if he returns, I have some advice. Leave the lights on.
Ja.
See that? What the f? What the f? Tell me
Det där är
I'm
creepy.
correct, dude.
Number 17,
Oh.
humanoid encounter. This scary camera capture looks even stranger than most that I've analyzed here on Chills. Posted to the r/humanoid encounters subreddit, jhood3119 writes, from upstate New York, a friend installed a security camera because his dog kept freaking out for no reason. I just stumbled across the vid in my camera roll. Any thoughts on this? Captured at around 11.
Såg ni det där som blinkade till där? Ficklampa. Kollar man på hur han springer så ser det ut som en vanlig människa som springer. Det här tror jag faktiskt kan vara en glitch också i kameran bara. Alltså kameraglitch som gör att den blir lite transparent. Jag har ju sett så många gånger förut så jag menar. Men kolla just på hur han springer. Ser det ut som en vanlig människa.
1 p.m. in January of 2017 in
lunkande.
Montgomery, New York. The video
Där
shows
ser
a
ni.
mysterious humanoid figure with elongated limbs making its way across the snowy yard. As it enters a darkened area, either one of its eyes glows or something about its head is lit up.
Pannlampa.
It continues to run but disappears into nothing. The Redditor notes that the dog can be
pannlampa,
seen
tror jag.
following the
Det är
figure
den vi
with
ser
its
blinka.
eyes in the bottom left-hand corner, and his friend's flashlight beam is what you can see searching the forest beyond. What do you think this could be? Some in the comments think it's a person wearing a headlamp,
Yep.
and he disappears because he exudes the same low light as his surroundings. When he arrives at the lighter lit area, making him undifferentiated against the background. Others think it
jag
could be a
tror det var en människa.
stickman and suggest checking for footprints. At least one Redditor thinks it's a wizard. So, with a myriad of theories abound, what do you think it is? Number 16,
Vanlig människa, tror jag.
werewolf. Are we seeing what we think we're seeing? Published by Fatos A. Mysterios in February of 2022. This is one transformation that you gotta see to believe. The scary video shows a mysterious creature in the woods. It growls in the darkness as the camera zooms in, capturing the human-like and yet animalistic figure amongst the leaves.
Ali.
Mano, isso, velho. Vai pegando isso, velho.
Ele lá. Tu viu?
Transformando.
Ele olhou pra cá, ele olhou.
The beast looks bare-skinned but oddly hairy, like it's in the midst of a transformation. Shortly after, the creature is spotted again, this time full-on hairy.
Meu Deus, galera, vocês estão vendo isso, velho?
Ei, Alan,
Meu Deus!
esse negócio preto aí, Alan.
Por cima não, velho.
Meu Deus, Alan. Sai daí, Alan.
Sabe, mano, o cara passou correndo ali e já se transformou, velho.
Bare, yet its snout is much too long. Soon, the creature has had it with the crew's intrusion. It starts chasing them out of the forest.
Vai, vai. Vai, pode ir. Pode ir. Tá vindo, pô. Ele tá vindo.
And hopefully they made it out without being bit. Number 15, pub ghost. Is this pub haunted? Posted by Ghost Videos in December of 2021. This CCTV footage was captured inside the 167-year-old Blue House pub in Sunderland. One customer sits at a bar, while two women and a young boy are behind the bar. I know, I'm confused too. But anyways, as the women are going about their tasks, One of them watches in surprise as the man's drink simply topples over, spilling all over the floor. What could have caused this strange happening? One person in the comments suggests that the glass may have been tilted on the raised graphics of the bar mat that you can see on the table. Others think that there may be a mischievous poltergeist on the reputedly haunted grounds. What do you think? I think maybe the ghosts of former patrons are here to cause havoc. Number 14, flying anomaly. Orbs may seem boring, but this one's got some teeth. Published by Weird and the Bizarro News in August of 2021. This footage was filmed in December of 2020 around midnight. The security camera captured a strange floating anomaly in what appears to be a parking lot. As everything is still in silence, a long white object flies into view, floating from one side of the frame to the other. It appears out of nowhere and frame by frame becomes larger and more visible.
Känner igen det här klippet.
The footage isn't clear enough to see if it's windy outside. If it is, perhaps this is just a piece of random trash strewn on the street that was blown into view. If it isn't, I'm not sure what it might be. It doesn't seem to change shape much as it floats past and looks as though it has two hooked ends. Could they be wings? Number 13, shadow people. This crew was investigating a home where the owner reported seeing shadow people when they captured this on camera. Published by Ghost Club Paranormal in February of 2022. The very short clip shows a shadowy figure passing by. In the background over this woman's shoulder, you can see its indistinct form, but the movement is clearly visible. Was this one of the figures in question? And will he too be erased from the internet? Number 12, security ghost. A security guard for the mayor's office in a town in Colombia was just doing his job, minding his own business, when a ghost got pretty aggressive with him. Posted by Ghost Videos in August of 2021, this security footage was originally captured in February of 2021 at around midnight. The footage shows the guard walking as normal when he is thrown forward into something and falls back onto the ground. A mysterious light source is seen pummeling him as he scrambles across the floor. At one point, he appears to be holding the light in his hand, but the next moment, other guards arrive to give him a leg up, but that's when the clip cuts off. Is there some sort of superpower being contained at this mayor's office, or did it just...
Det såg ut som någonting drog han armen in i väggen eller vad det är för någonting här. Dörr eller vad det är för något. Jag vet inte. Men det såg ut som det i alla fall. Det här tror jag kan vara faktiskt legit. Känns som det. Men jag har sett det här klippet förut har vi gjort, så att då fick man ju se lite mer än bara det där lilla.
Escape its confinement. If I had to guess, though, I'd say this office might have a poltergeist. Number 11, St. Bernard's Abbey light anomaly. Is this a reflection caught at an unusual angle, or is it the spirit of an angry monk? Published in December of 2012, John Doe writes, went on a walk around St. Bernard's Abbey, after which I filmed briefly in the porchway of the church, through glass doors, and caught what could be a light anomaly and some EVP. The video shows a light appear and disappear on a banister on the left-hand side of the altar. At the same time, a strange, distant roaring is heard.
Alltså, hur jävla dålig kvalitet är inte det här? Det ser ut som en jävla oljemålning det. Riktigt jäkla dålig kvalitet. Jag kan ju inte se ett skit i.
Frankly, it does sound like the roar of a demon. Doe adds that he isn't saying that the light anomaly is definitely paranormal, and it could be a reflection. He adds, interestingly, the light anomaly does seem to be accompanied by an unusual higher-pitched noise. According to Doe, the abbey is reputedly haunted by a former monk of the Cistercian order. Is this the resident monk making himself known. Either way, something paranormal seems to reside in this abbey.
Kvaliteten är
Number
för dålig för att
10,
säga att
Eyes
det
in
där
the
är något.
Woods. The hills have eyes, and so do these woods. Published by SEOOOSST in July of 2021. This creepy
Puma.
creature was caught on camera in a forest where no human lives. The scary video shows the camera moving in the
Ser ut som en katt eller en
darkness,
puma
turning
kanske.
toward a tree. Something peeks out over a limb to the left. All you can see is the creature's glowing eyes and sharp ears.
Tycker till och med nästan ser ut som att det skulle vara en docka.
No
Ja.
other facial
Nej.
features are discernible, intensifying the
Här, titt. Tycker ni att det här ser ut som en creature? Alltså det ser ut som en docka av en katt eller en puma eller någonting. Det ser mer ut som att det skulle vara en... Jag vet inte, för några år sedan så hittade jag genom jobbet hittade jag en sån här uppstoppad räv som såg riktigt skabb ut. Det här påminner om den, gör det. Så nej, det där är bara någonting de vill ha lite views, tror jag. Garanterat.
creature's creepiness. It kind of looks like a cat, but not. Could it be an owl? I can't tell without seeing the rest of its form,
Aye.
but from what I can see, it doesn't look quite right. Number 9, office poltergeist. A man is working alone in an office at night, but he's not entirely alone.
Oh.
Posted to TikTok by F.Paranormally. This scary video shows why you should clock out early.
Okay.
The man is working at a desk. His computer sits in front of him, and on the opposite side of his computer is a bottle. The bottle falls by itself, prompting the man to stand and pick it up, setting it upright. Stuff falls right. That alone doesn't necessarily mean something spooky's going on, but a while later, a whole large file folder springs from a
Right.
shelf behind him. This one is too big and
Det är inte en file folder, det är för fasen en dataskärm. Det är ju en jättedataskärm här. Bara det, de väger lite grann så att...
heavy to be explained away. The man gets up to gather the file, but before he can, his desk chair darts toward him. That's enough for him to call it a day.
Oh, that
I
is weird.
think he should get overtime for having to deal with this. Number 8, Marshall House EVP, posted to the r/chills narrator subreddit by Caitlin Ham 15513. She writes, Marshall House, Savannah, Georgia, one of the best EVPs we have ever captured. You can hear a little girl laugh in response to my dad jumping on the bed.
Wait, but that's me laughing, isn't it?
Listen.
Come dance with us.
One of the legends of the Marshall House is hearing children playing in the hallway. Listen carefully and tell me if you can hear what they're talking about.
Come dance with us.
Listen.
The hotel was built in 1851,
Jag hörde inte.
and this
Jag
is
hörde
definitely
skratten.
not the first report of the Marshall House being haunted. So what do you think? Is this truly a ghost's voice caught on tape? Number 7, Creeping Ghost. This one's got me paranoid. Published by Maximum Disclosure in January of 2013.
Oh,
The
what is
security
it?
footage captured inside a home will have you looking over your shoulder. A shadow figure appears on the wall in the scary video, moving across it behind the couch and out of sight, while some in the comments think it's the shadow
ja,
of someone moving
jag
in
tror
the
det jag
room.
och.
There
Men kolla
doesn't
även.
appear to be a light source to cast this.
Det har jag även här på soffan. Efter soffan upp på väggen. Och det ser ju ut som att det är belysning här på. Det ser man. Så förmodligen så kan det ju vara någon som man säger, att det är någon som går på andra sidan här. In till belysning. Jag tror att det är så faktiskt. Men det gav mig lite chills, det gjorde det.
This shadow. What do you think is going on here? I think there's a good chance this place is haunted. Number 6, haunted
What?
church noise. Are you superstitious? Then you'd better skip this one. Posted to the r/chills narrator subreddit. Purgatory Adventures writes, we captured these creepy noises in an old church in the middle of nowhere. And he wasn't lying. On 2 separate occasions, mysterious noises were captured on tape. Our haunted church is a bad omen? Either way, I'd be staying far away from this one. Number 5, scary figure. This ghost girl just wants to be left alone. Published by Banking Reasoning Classes in February of 2022. This scary figure was captured on camera in India. Entering the haunted house through a large locked gate, the ghost hunting crew spots something peeking out from behind a doorway in the darkness.
So guys, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा
They make their way around the corner but find nothing. Maybe they were just seeing things, but as they're about to enter another room, the young girl dressed in white crosses directly in front of them. She is later seen again, throwing things from an upper compartment in the home. Is this a real ghost? Those in the comments certainly think so. Number 4, Witch's Hut. Hansel and Gretel are all too familiar with this place. Published in October of 2019 by Daziki Sweeney Motorcycle Club and Adventures. This explorer found a witch's hut deep in the forest. The video shows the remote dirt road leading to the hut. Its triangular shape is topped with what from far away looks like an animal's skull, but close up you can see it's the carved head of a demon with horns. As the rain pours around, the small wooden hut with a deadbolt on the outside of the door looks more and more ominous. Did a witch actually live here? We'll never know because he was too scared to enter. I can't say I blame him. Number 3, abandoned presents. Abandoned or not, some presence exists in this house. Published by The Big Jazz in July of 2016. These explorers were inside what was supposed to be an abandoned house when this happened.
You wanna go first this way? Then we'll get in there.
The house they're exploring is falling apart. Even though the clip is short, you can tell just from the staircase in the adjacent room that this place is haunted. Upon first watch, you might not understand what's going on here, but the uploader explains what happened, writing, first you see the camera glitch as if someone moved out of the room, and then you hear a door start to creak open. It was pretty creepy as we bolted afterwards. Does someone or something call this ramshackle place home sweet home? In that case, I don't think they're rolling out the welcome mat. Number 2, in the woods. Brace yourselves. This might be a true demon caught on camera. Published by Horror Spirits in February of 2022. This trail cam footage was filmed in June of 2020 at around 2 in the morning. The footage shows a mysterious pale crouched figure creeping through the woods, winding its way through the trees. The strange figure then disappears into the darkness out of frame. A close-up of the figure shows that it looks human in form, only it seems to radiate a strange glow around it. Its crouching walk across the grounds and long strides are, in fact, not very human, which makes me think that it may be some type of forest demon. What would you do if you encountered this creepy mini demon in the woods? I think I'm just gonna stay inside. Number 1, no way out. Hear that?
We need to get this thing fucking out of the house.
It's a trapped poltergeist, published by Dino Nuggets 741 in February of 2022. These residents are trying to get something out of their house for good. Banging is heard coming from another room. They approach a door that leads downstairs. Opening it, they find the light on and more aggressive banging.
You ready? You sure?
They enter the hallway and start downstairs, locking the door behind them on the way down. The staircase leads to a large open basement. It is dark and they hear a strange whining sound.
You smell it.
Spinning around the room, they see nothing, but the kid finds a piece of broken glass on the ground. As they comment on the stench and the cold, the lights turn off. They slowly make their way around the corner, and that's when they see this.
Nu kommer jag ihåg det.
A dark figure stands at the entrance to the stairway, their only escape route. They try to convince themselves that there's nothing there,
We make a break if there's nothing there. Stay by me. Stay right behind me.
But when they round the corner again, they find the figure remains.
Oh, it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
They pull back but round the corner again. This time the figure is gone, so they make a run for it, up the stairs.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
Ah, får panik. Ja. Men öppna dörren.
Go, 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 go.
They turn on the light and struggle to unlock the door, but finally they're out, safe and sound.
Det här klippet är ganska säker på är fake. Jag tror inte det är på riktigt. Just på grund av att pojken inte är ett dugg rädd. Hade jag varit i hans ålder och jag hade sett det där, då hade jag bokstavligt talat både pissa och skiter på mig. Hade jag gjort. Och sen att även pappan skrattade åt det när de springer därifrån. De verkar inte ha jättemycket panik när de ska öppna dörren. Så att, nej, det där är fake. Men jävligt läskigt i alla fall.
Sounds, or are they? Has your heart stopped? No need for a defibrillator.
Så där då hörni. Det var en lite längre klipp det här, men de brukar ju vara där, de här 30 skrämmande videosarna. Hoppas ni gillar videon. Glöm inte bort gilla, dela och prenumerera på kanalen. Kommentera gärna också om det är någonting ni inte håller med om i reaktionerna så att säga. I annat fall, vi ses på tisdag förhoppningsvis. Jag känner mig kry nu så att förhoppningsvis så gör vi det. Ha det gott, ha en fortsatt trevlig kväll och så ses vi på tisdag. Ha det, hej hej.